First, you want to collect your ingredients. So I started with 6 cups of Rice Krispie cereal, 10 ounces of marshmallows, and 3 tablespoons of butter. This is the base of this recipe, so you basically don't need anything else unless you want to be extra like me. So I'm adding vanilla extract just for a little extra flavor. And yeah, I did lose the cap, but it's all good. For decoration, which is also optional, I'm using chocolate almond bark, which I'm going to melt, and sprinkles. Now, to start off, we're going to grease a container that you're going to put it in. I'm using a pie plate so I could cut the treats into slices. Now put your marshmallows on a medium-ish heat. You do not want them to burn. And just stir them around with your handy spatula, keeping the butter nearby and watching your heat. Once you've been stirring around for a little while and it starts to get sticky, make sure you do not leave this unattended. Like, I've burned this like 3 times, so make sure you do not leave it. Now you can start adding little chunks of your butter to help melt the marshmallows and make it not stick. If you see it sticking at the bottom a little, just scrape it and it should be fine if you keep it moving around. After a while, when the butter starts to soften, you will see this liquid start to form at the bottom. Don't worry about it, it's literally just the melted butter and the butter dissolving the sugar coated around the marshmallows. So just make sure you keep this stirred and do not leave it. Like, I keep telling you not to leave it because if you leave it, it'll burn. So after a while of stirring, it should be melted pretty well. And now you could add the final pieces of your butter. And also now would be the perfect time to add your vanilla extract. I did it, but I just forgot to film. And in a couple of seconds, I'm gonna just drop the whole thing in there. But I cut this clip out because I made a gigantic mess. Like, it was a big mess. And so I don't want you guys to see it, so I'll show you guys when I'm mixing it inside the pot. Now after I cleaned up my mess, this is what it looks like. Make sure you turn the heat off before you add the Rice Krispie cereal. Give it a good mix and make sure that every little piece is coated and sticky. Once you have a pretty good coating on everything, you can bring back that greased container that you set aside and pour in a good amount into it. You really just have to pack it tight, so it depends on really how big you want your treats to be. After pouring it in, just press it down, and yeah, I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so what ended up happening was I separated the mixture into 2 containers and I pressed it down, but I forgot to film it, so I'm just gonna show you. This is me adding the sprinkles on top of the first one, and you kind of have to press it down while it's still sticky or else it'll like fall off. You could also incorporate this right before you pack it into the plate so it'd be like sprinkly, but I just wanted my sprinkles on top. So after you like put the sprinkles down, yeah, you do have to press it. Yeah, so after you press down the sprinkles, in a second for the first one, I'm going to melt the almond bark. Yeah, and it really does not take as long as chocolate, only a couple seconds. Honestly, mine's took like 45 seconds. And you want to keep stirring it until it becomes really liquidy. Do not burn this. Anyways, I put the other one aside and now I'm going to start drizzling it over. It really doesn't take that much technique, but I'm pretty sure you could make yours look way better than mine's, but it's all good. Once you have it the way you like, you can take both of them and let them chill and cut them later.